Everybody wins a prize. Everybody. Walking Dead, Dead City, Episode 4. Wasn't really a fan of these titles. I feel like it's literally just a line they say in the episode that doesn't even have much relevance, but they'll just pluck it in. I feel like other shows, when lines are said, it's like, haha, that's the line in the episode here. These ones are getting fired in for the sake of it. But you know what, guys? After a dire episode 3, we kicked off with a flashback. We're back at the Sanctuary, and I, for one, liked the return of Stephen Ugg. And, yeah, that sit well with me. Did it sit well with you and his big fanes sitting over Negan's big table?
It did. Stephen Ugg's back. Trevor's back. It works for me. The only problem is he was only back for like 2 minutes. That kind of sucked.
I tell you what, like, Negan has came crashing down. Do you see this platter he had in front of him?
Yeah, now what's he doing?
He had this table, right, that was, you know, about 20 feet long with food all over it. Negan comes, no, this bloody Trevor comes, Stephen. What's his actual character in the show called?
Who?
This guy.
Trevor?
Aye.
Aye, Trevor.
Is it actually Trevor?
It's Trevor.
Is it?
Aye. Simon?
Simon, aye.
I don't know.
Trevor's the name of GTA, but yeah, Simon! Simon says, but he like takes like the smallest bit of chicken off like the corner bit of the table, and Negan like clocks it. He's like, the crowhead Negan, he's not listening to me, my friend. So Negan doesn't even say a word in this whole flashback. Thoughts on that?
I guess we're looking at it from his perspective.
But no, it's weird about this. He doesn't say any words in this, and then later on in the episode when he's with the Croat, he barely speaks. Is this like trying to show you that he's wary and scared of this Croat guy? Potentially. Simon then leads Negan down this corridor in the Sanctuary to the Croat, where he shows him his dirty work. He's tortured this teenage girl and he's tortured her to death. Holy moly, Negan and Simon are not impressed. Simon's basically running down Croat. He's like, we do not kill fucking children, Croat. And Negan does not say anything. Again, like...
Why though?
Like, why do we not kill children?
Yeah, why that? I mean, how's it acceptable to bash people's fucking brains in, but I draw the line at killing kids? That baffles me, that really does.
Well, it's not just killing kids, it's fucking torturing.
Well, wasn't he trying to get information?
It's torturing kids no worse than, like, bashing Negan...
no, not really. What information was he trying to get for Glenn?
He wasn't getting information for Glenn.
Exactly.
He was putting a prince. They killed 50 of his fucking men.
The Croat might have been trying to get information for this person.
She was a scout. So what?
Exactly, a scout for who?
Well, I think he went extreme on like a fucking 13-year-old, man.
So hold on.
I agree with Simon and Negan. You agree with the Croat?
I'm not saying I agree with Croat. I just don't agree necessarily with Simon and Negan.
Fair enough.
I don't think, we're great people for killing Glenn, but yeah, what's that? You tortured a kid? You're a bad man, Croat. You know, I don't really.
No, I disagree. I mean, we seen that guy David when he tried to rape Sasha, and Negan's like, we don't rape, and then he fucking slit his throat.
Alright, so what age are you allowed to torture someone at?
I don't know.
17, no. 18, yes.
That must be how it works. I don't know. I don't make the rules at the Sanctuary.
Right, fair enough.
But anyway, yeah. But you know what? As far as an opener goes, I enjoyed it.
That was good. Nice wee flashback.
You know what? The Walking Dead, I think, sucks as like the seasons go on, but I am actually looking forward to like rewatching it in terms of seeing Simon and Negan and the Saviors.
Yeah.
But it's just a shame all the other stuff is horrific.
I'll tell you what though, they actually do a good job at that. No matter like how far we go into the future, whenever they do flashbacks, they actually make the flashbacks work. Like I remember watching Rick's final episode in season 9, and they did the flashbacks with Shane, and I thought they were still pretty good.
Yeah, even though the show shit.
It did kind of remind... It was like nostalgia. It took me back to the early seasons. So, I mean, I will say that. I think when The Walking Dead does flashbacks, that they do them pretty well.
Yep, sadly, though, it's a flash forward, because we're back in the present day. Everyone's like, hey, where's Luther? And then Negan's like, well, I know the big guy wasn't on board with the plan, but he isn't exactly playing hide and seek either. And then, yeah, after the last 2 episodes, right, it literally seems like we have just been with this group. We're doing nothing, and then out of the blue, it's like, right, we're going to attack the Croat now. Do you not feel like this episode just completely changed the pacing? Like, how can you spend an episode doing nothing, then the next episode, like, you're literally confronting the guy's main base within 10 minutes?
Well, I believe last episode they were trying to build up to confronting the Croat, like, but yeah, the timing does seem a little bit off to me.
Yeah, so of course we go through the secret tunnels. What's the guy called? Tommaso Ciampa, I believe is his name. He says, the secret tunnels. My granddaddy, he knew about the tunnels. So Negan and Maggie go behind this door. There appears to be a tortured kid there. He appears dead. Negan touches him on the shoulder. He's a walker. He's no deed.
Yeah. So why was the kid just sitting there in the chair, not moving? But as soon as Negan grabs him, all of a sudden, walker mode activated.
Yeah, I know.
It's just so that the kid had its head down, so Maggie could think, oh, that's Herschel. But again, it's like they will fucking destroy plot purposes and defy logic just to try and add wee cool things in there. Because obviously, if this walker's moving about and you see its face, Maggie's going to know it's not Herschel. So that's why they needed the walker to literally have its head down until Negan pulled it up. But really, as soon as that scene, these two should not have like been alerted to them and started moving its head.
And realistically, right, did this really need to be a walker? Could it not have already been dead with its head down? Would have done the same job. Negan lifts the head up. It's no Herschel. Boom. Rather than
I know, but maybe they want you to. Well, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, we jump skip. Well, because we haven't seen a fucking walker, man.
Well, I was kind of thinking more along the lines of the Croat just tortured these people, then let them turn. Maybe it would have made sense for him.
The Croat's an evil bastard, man. The Croat. He then is talking to some woman that kind of looks like a man, maybe a transgender. He's like, we picked you up on the street. You were in a fire station here. Do you want to work DVR? And then all you hear, and he's like, do you hear that? I'm going to go investigate. So he puts on his coat. Right, you know what? I don't think this Croat guy is all that good. But do you not think he is like a frail old man?
Aye.
I actually think he looked worse in the flashback. Maybe because you could say, right, he's next to Simon and Negan, who are like, quite tall, and Negan was more at his prime then. But I don't know, man. I feel like this guy, he does have a way with words. Yeah, he does have a bit of that Eastern European charisma, boring bastard sort of thing. But see, in terms of like a physical threat, should Negan not just be walking up and uppercutting him the next week?
But they've not been in a physical fight. This guy's got numbers on his side.
Yeah,
this guy's got some stupid fucking nail gun that I don't understand either.
Yeah, no, but this episode, but you're Negan running away like a big fucking
but you're
wuss.
making it seem as if, in a real fight, Negan should beat this guy. But they haven't been in a fight.
But have you not noticed Negan's...
In a real fight...
Negan barely spoke to him this episode.
In a real fight, Luthor should have kicked Negan's arse. What happened to him?
He fell. Yeah, but I think you've been led to believe this entire series that Negan's scared of this guy, which is fair enough.
Why would he be scared of him?
I think the way he's been speaking, he's like, oh man, his methods, they give me the shivery dibbies.
No, I think Negan is more like... I think he's remorseful that he feels like he created and enabled this, like, torturer. That's what I'm getting from it. Not that Negan's afraid of him.
Well, we'll find
Is
it.
Negan afraid of anybody?
Tell you what, he looks like a cream egg girl, doesn't he? I'm the Croat. Hey, Negan, you shot off my ear, but guess what? We have another one. in Russia. Ear shoot off gun. Right, so Maggie tries to, hotwire one of the taxis, and then she spots Jenny. I completely forgot that this Jenny character was even in New York. So Maggie heads after Jenny. We then get to, the arena, and she's like, oh, no, there's nobody here. And then guess what? A few barrels have candles. The barrels explode, and see at this point, should I not have realised here explosions aren't really good, so should we not move here? No one's here, explosions have went off. Is this not Exhibit A of what an ambush looks like and sounds like?
I don't understand though, because I thought this was supposed to be the Croats' base. He talked about how they spent years building this, he talks later to Negan about this sanctuary, and he's literally just going to blow it all up, and they're, I just didn't get it. Yeah,
he's literally he's sacrificing his entire base just to kill these people.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Nah, I didn't like it. But then his entire crew, like you said, evacuates. Negan has to get out the taxi. It kind of made you think that Negan was going to kill the driver or then drive off or something. And then
mine is two though, because he tells two of his guys to stick behind.
Yeah, stick behind, follow me. Then Negan walks away, and then Croat's like, haha, Negan, I know you couldn't run away forever, friend. So yeah, the Croat and these two guys are given chase. Meanwhile, back to the arena, we're outside the octagon. Everybody that did not have a name dies here. Everybody.
I think even someone with a name died.
Yeah, I don't know what the black woman's name was, but she perishes once they get out the octagon.
How predictable, though, that all these no-namers were going to die.
Yeah, like... Well, let's be real, right? I know there's a lot of walkers here, but it's an open space. It's an arena. Run up the steps.
As soon as this happened, I said, why don't they go into the cage?
Why, right? You either go into the octagon or you run. There's no point fighting them. Because, like, the numbers, yeah, they managed to get... It's mad, right? That there's people here that have lived in an apocalypse for, like, 20-odd years. You think there would be some level of fucking battle awareness.
Even scenes like this happen, you actually won. It just... It's disbelief how these people actually survive so long.
No, but see warfare and battles and like hand-to-hand combat, it's not all about like how many can you... It's about awareness. You know, see at the end of the day, right, see Steven Seagal, I know he's overbooked in his movies, but he doesn't go into like an open space room taking on 50 men at a time. You know, he doesn't like a train, compartment by compartment.
But he probably could do it that way if he wanted to, like, I mean...
I honestly just don't get why. I mean, walkers aren't fast. Tommaso's getting grabbed. I mean, he's getting grabbed by about 12 here, right? And I don't want to bury this because guess what? He could be bit, but I don't think he is bit.
I think he will be bit.
Think he will be?
He's getting dragged left, right, and centre. He's getting literally pulled away by the walkers, but it doesn't show you any of the walkers like sink their teeth in to him or anything like that. Then you're led to believe he dies. Then Maggie can see a way to escape. However, she notices that Ginny is in the cage, so she climbs in along with the other two women, and then they try stabbing a couple and they decide, right, this ain't going to do it. And it's like, why not? This was basically giving you safety against the walkers, and you could have just picked them off while they were up against the cage. But for some reason, can't do that, so they have to try and make their escape. And Maggie notices that you can take off like the foam. The foam that is like around the ring, around the cell. So it's like, right, lift off like the foam stuff, and then they use the foam shit as shields, and it's like, how's this going to shield you in reality?
Yeah, it's like if anything, it's just like more things for your hands to do rather than actually fend them off. I still think your option's better, kill them all up against the fence, or my option of just simply run up the steps of the arena, which is everyone's been in an arena in their life. I just don't understand why you would fight them off. All right, let's go in the octagon. Hey, see this padded stuff? Why didn't I think of this before? Ludicrous. The black woman dies. Then Tommaso shows up, saves him. You're thinking he's bit. I think he could be bit. I'm not saying it's the most impossible thing ever, but either way, like I think bites should be visible on him. I mean, he was getting grabbed all over his upper body, and there's just a wee bit of blood on him because I'm going to assume he's been killing walkers. Negan then manages to catch the crew at like, I was going to say gunpoint. These guns are used. What would you call these guns? Grappling guns?
It looks like a grapple thing with a hook.
Right, so Negan has him at gun, and the Croat at this point has got his hands up in the air with his gun. Negan could have just dropped him, but I guess he wants to find out where the boy is, Herschel. The two stooges that was with the Croat then bring out a hooded figure who's got a hood over him, and Negan's like, yes, Herschel, the plan here could go according to it. But no, it is the Babylon Marshal, and his name is...
Can't remember.
Ritz?
No.
Percale?
Percy, I think.
Percy Pig. Percale, I think it's Percale or something. It's something like Percale. Point is, right, probably the last guy Negan wanted to see. He's like, Negan! Oh, it's the guy I've been trying to hunt you. So what? You shut off my ear. I have another one, Negan, my friend. Negan's like, well, so what? Give me the boy. Croat's like, no, I'm not giving you the boy. I heard about what happened at Alexandria. Oh man, Negan, that's Simon boy, yeah, he was a naughty boy. Essentially though, this conversation, it's kind of just words at this point. Like talking about, hey, remember The Walking Dead was better than this shit? Yeah, I remember, man. They then throw the sheriff off the balcony. He manages to hang on. Right, and I understand, right?
No, where did they get the sheriff from? Because this guy and his two guys were looking for Negan, and they split up to find Negan. Then all of a sudden, he runs into Negan, and then he gestures for his two men to come over, and they have this sheriff. Where? How?
Yeah, I'd like to know, but...
Fucking joke.
I guess they probably wouldn't want to waste a few minutes of screen time with these two unnamed jobbers getting this guy for his cell, but maybe that's just me, right? But
how would they know to go and get them, though?
Because I don't know, he signalled those two to go off, so maybe it wasn't a case of let's split up and find Negan, maybe go and get this guy, because we're going to show Negan him. Bargain with Negan, eh? My ear for your ear. Right, anyway, Sheriff is thrown off balcony. He manages to hang on. Negan then drops his gun and is helping this guy up. And then the Croat shoots the Sheriff. And I thought it was pretty sick. He's like pulling him in, his fucking ligaments are getting tore off his leg.
What the fuck is this? It's like a fishing reel kind of fishing rod. You like shoots him, then he's pulling out his leg or some shit like this.
What is Negan's endgame here? Just, to me, I don't think the Croat actually wants Negan dead. I feel like the Croat is actually willing.
I think the Croat wants Negan to join him.
Aye.
So that's what I got.
Yeah, that's what I've got. So
says they can build a bigger sanctuary than this.
I'm surprised that Negan, he shot at this guy and missed. I thought Negan, yes, he wants to distract this guy so they can, get Herschel, kill. But I mean, the whole point of like this mission was to get Herschel. But for the other group's perspective, it was to kill the Croat, was it not? Negan's had a few perfect opportunities here to do it. I'm surprised he saved this sheriff guy's life. I am. Especially considering, like, he's literally put his gun down to help this guy, while the Croat is also, like, reloading. Anyway, it is what it is. Then Negan and the sheriff run off. The Croat's like, oh, Negan, I'll get you soon, man. Maggie and the crew then head into the sewers, because that's the only way to get out of here, apparently, as they push some big, massive, like, gas canister across the door. Negan and the sheriff, Persil, managed to get into this shop. It is now daytime, and Negan's like, right, well, we should be safe for the Croat and his men in here. And then this guy pulls the gun, starts reading all this legislation. It's like, fuck off. And Negan's like, you're a dick. And I agree with Negan here. Oh. Surely this should be bygone. I mean, this isn't... I don't like this Walking Dead gimmick where like you've got these like sheriffs that roam about with bounties. I understand the world needs to return to some form of normality, but surely this should be a case of, right, I know I've got a bounty on your head, but you know what? You saved my fucking life. I owe you big time. And I don't get why that is not. But overall, guys, everybody wins a prize. Was this episode a prize? I feel like it was...
But it's better than last week.
I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. It was not the best. I feel like the premiere was definitely... But you know what? Seeing Simon was good. It was action-packed, but like... I actually didn't mind the Negan and Croat stuff. But, like we said, the Walker stuff with Maggie and Jenny, who cares, man? We've seen it all before.
See the whole melee thing? How many times have we seen that? It's been overdone. And the big battle, not really. It's just people being outnumbered and hitting melee attacks on walkers, isn't it? We've seen it done numerous times. The walkers have just lost all threat. The only people walkers are going to kill are people with fucking no names. That's literally it.
No name.
Even Tommaso couldn't fucking die.
No, Tommaso.
I mean, does anybody really believe these walkers are going to crowd in and kill Maggie here?
No one. Just us.
And that's not because Maggie's the main character and it's her show. In fucking season 9 or 10 or whatever, you just knew that walkers weren't going to get Maggie or anybody on Maggie's level.
Don't know how they killed Carl. Like, be intrigued to see how that went down. Anyway, I've gave it a 3. What are you giving it?
Give it a 3 as well.
3 out of 10, guys. The premiere got a 4, so who knows? Could the finale deliver? It'll be interesting to see. But until next time, for Entertainment.
I think the premiere got a 4.5.
Did it? There you go.
Or maybe even a 5. I might give it a 6. I definitely give it more than a 4.
There you go then.
You gave it a 4.
I was wrong. I was wrong. Anyway, guys, till next time. Peace.